Kid gets the last laugh in new Coronation Street video as Carl seethes. There's no love lost between Carl and Kit in Coronation Street, and a new spoiler clip shows tensions boiling over in dramatic fashion. As the walls continue to close in, Carl finds himself cornered once again, with Kit making it crystal clear he's not going anywhere. In the newly released teaser, Carl is seen inside D&S Allahan's corner shop, where a text message on his phone sparks his attention. It's from Fiona and reads, "Meet me at the Chariot Square Hotel 5 p.m. Don't be late." But before Carl can even reply, Kit enters, disrupting the moment and setting the tone for a confrontational encounter. Kit, clearly playing the long game, doesn't rise to Carl's bait. Despite Carl accusing him of harassment, Kit remains cool and calculated. With a sly smile, he warns Carl that he's watching him closely, and chillingly promises that Carl will pay dividends eventually. It's a line that rattles Carl, whose bravado is wearing thinner by the day. Kit, meanwhile, appears to relish having the upper hand, walking away with the last word, and perhaps a small, quiet victory in his campaign to bring Carl down. The video is a glimpse into the growing pressure Carl is under, as a string of secrets threatens to unravel on the cobbles. Still up to his neck in dodgy dealings, Carl is scrambling to pay off Tracy, who's blackmailing him over his affair with Abby and threatening to expose the truth to Kevin. Now he has also drawn Dylan and Brody into a dangerous new job. With money running low and time running out, Carl recruits teenagers to help him steal cars to make some quick cash. But things take a dangerous turn when Dylan and Brody speed past George in one of the stolen vehicles. George catches a glimpse of Dylan behind the wheel, and it's only a matter of time before questions start being asked. Meanwhile, Kevin and Abby return from holiday to find Carl still working at the garage. Much to Kevin's fury, he wastes no time in demanding Carl be out by the end of the day. But just as Kevin gives Carl the boot, Abby's feelings complicate matters further. She confesses to Carl that she can't stop thinking about him, but their moment is interrupted when Carl's phone rings. The caller ID? Dylan. Abby is instantly suspicious. Pressured, Carl finally admits the truth. Dylan and Brody have been helping him steal cars. How Abby will react to this revelation is anyone's guess. But with Kit already breathing down Carl's neck, it's clear this is the beginning of even more chaos. Still trying to spin his lies, Carl attempts to deflect suspicion in the hit-and-run case that left Tyrone injured. Brody tells Kit that he and Dylan weren't involved, claiming he was actually having a seizure when the incident occurred. Brody reminds Carl they abandoned the car and headed to the hospital. But when Carl went back to retrieve it, it had vanished, leading Carl to suggest someone else must have stolen the vehicle and hid Tyrone. At the station, Dylan is brought in for questioning. Once he confirms his alibi, that he was at the hospital, the police begin to lean toward letting him go. However, with Kit sniffing around and suspicions mounting, Carl may be running out of places to hide. Kit, more suspicious than ever, continues to keep Carl firmly in his sights, when Abby voices her own concerns about the car that hid Tyrone. Speculating that it may have belonged to Fiona, Carl scrambles to keep the story straight. Later, he meets up with Fiona, trying to explain why he had to torch the car to cover his tracks. But their secret meeting doesn't go unnoticed. Kit arrives just in time to question Carl about what he's doing with a known criminal. Could this be the moment everything comes crashing down? And just when Carl thinks things couldn't get worse, Tracy pops up to remind him that his next blackmail payment is due. And she's not bluffing. If he fails to pay up, she'll go straight to Kevin with the truth about their affair. It's a threat Carl can't afford. But with so many fires to put out, how much longer can he juggle them all? With Kit closing in, Dylan facing police scrutiny, and Tracy breathing down his neck, Carl's carefully spun lies are beginning to fray. The spoiler video shows just a glimpse into the chaos ahead, and it's clear Carl may no longer in control. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more movie spoilers next week. Goodbye and see you again.